I just sat on the land and then just attacked him. So, yeah, cool. We're all good with that. That's probably what he was doing was actually, there we go.
Not enough energy.
Nice.
I don't have enough energy. I can't do that yet.
Ah,
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alright, what do we got, man? See, alright, we're like... Here, what we're gonna do is, there's too many people fighting over this same little area. So we're gonna head this way. Let's see if we can get the Warsong supplies back. Ashen Veil Bear. You know what? Mm-hmm.
Not enough energy.
Stag meat. Sorry about that. Nice. Mm-hmm.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
There we go.
I don't have enough energy.
Nice. Medium leather. Those are not bad at all. Okay. Fur blocks.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. Not ready yet.
Interesting. Like a leftover totem that was trying to... Oh, hello. That was trying to kill me. Yeah, we'll eat some of that and get our stuff. I need... Mm-hmm.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't
That's nice for when they're running. Oh, that's fine. You can have those. I think that was Alliance anyway.
I don't have a target. Ready yet.
Sorry, could be any more help. Hmm.
Do that yet. I don't have enough energy.
Looks like they found it. Whatever it was.
I'm out of range. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Oops. That's not what I meant to do.
It's too far away. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't
Oh,
have
whoops.
enough energy. Not enough energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not finding logging rope. Well, these are the guys to find the logging rope.
Abilities ready yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Nice. Hmm. That is auctionable. That is definitely something I'm going to keep in auction. Because those are rather annoying to find.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Page 9. Of course, I found one of them that I already have.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I need to get closer. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, because I've already got the logging rope. Yep, I sure do. I just found it. Right there. That's the one I found. How about that? Alright, so let's get back over here. And we'll look at killing some more of these guys. Mistral Lake. There we go.
Not enough energy.
Mm-hmm.
More rage. Not enough rage. More rage. Not enough rage.
There we go. Doesn't actually take a lot of, apparently, doesn't take a lot of mana to get into this form. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Not ready yet.
Rake does nothing to those. Nope. Not a whole lot of King of the Foul Wheel. We're halfway there. We're halfway there. Whoa. Yeah, we're going to do all these Feral Instinct things here now. Chance enemies take you out probably. That's pretty good too. Increases the threat caused by your bear forms. We're halfway there. Whoa. Living on a prayer. Take my hand. Make it, I swear. Whoa. Living on a prayer. Living on a prayer.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I need a target.
Page 4. What is that? For real? Look at this shit. Page 1. Page 3. Got a couple of pages 4.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Can't do that because it doesn't have any blood. Got that one too.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have a target.
Nine. This will be 10.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I can't do that yet. I don't have
There's an ability that just does damage instead of the rip part.
not enough energy.
And I'll be getting that eventually, but I really want that one.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Sure, whenever you can have it. I really didn't want it because I'm already done. But I do like how you tried to steal it from me. And joke's on you because it's useless. Alright, got all that done. Freedom for rule. Etch file is up there, so that's what we're going to head to next. Alright, there we go. Hello and welcome to the stream. Let's not do that. Alright. So yeah. Run. Run. This is where I get messed up on Guild Wars 1 because on this game, on WoW, it's the left button. But on Guild Wars, it's the right button because the left button will make you move. I love that 30%. I can outrun everybody. Nice. Okay. Edge file. There we go. That's the one.
Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy.
Oh, yep.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough.
Feel like I shouldn't be attacking a being of the forest like that as a druid.
I don't have.
Kind of just against my.
I'm out of range.
Should be against my fucking ideals. But probably not. At least I can't skin her because that would be odd. That would be really fucking kind of sick actually.
Not enough energy. I can't carry anymore.
Alright. Let's look at what we got. Yeah, auction. Auction is basically nothing as well. I think I have to take the etch file, fill the etch file with the Ashenvale Moonwell. Y'all are some assholes. Like, I'm just trying to do a nice fucking casual stroll through the fucking woods, and y'all are coming up and beating on me. So, I ain't even like, I don't even feel bad for killing y'all. Cause that's fucking bullshit. It's fine. Okay. Well, I've got one. Just gotta find that damn moon well. Shader horns.
I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I need to get closer.
There we go. At least I got my kill. Alright. Warsong oil and satyr horns. I guess the only way I see up is all the way up this road and around to the around there. Coming in at, you know, the ends there. Crazed ancient. $28's kind of a bit much. Yeah. See, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna sneak by, and it's gonna be really easy. Critter, level 5 critter. Demons.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. Inventory is full.
So we're gonna need some satyr horns. Actually, you know what? I got a ton of these, and I don't need them. Yeah, I mean, they're not that, like, the 3's worth a little bit. 4 is not worth shit. That one's worth a good bit of money, so that's fine. 7 is whatever. Satyr horns I need. Honestly, I don't think it's worth keeping them because they're fucking stupid.
It's too far away. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. I can't
Look at that shit.
Not enough energy. That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
Fell Musk Rogue. About fucking time, shit.
I can't carry anymore.
Mutton chop. You're mutton chop. Song oil. Good for you. But for real. Oh, here we go. Song oil. Got it. Can't do in shapeshift form. Not surprised.
Inventory is full.
7, 3, 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. Get rid of 9.
I can't do that yet. I don't have enough energy. Not ready yet. Not enough energy. I don't have enough energy. Not enough energy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I forgot to. Wasn't paying attention to my health. Oh, man. Dude, this game is brutal. It is not forgiving when it comes to dying. And you died. You fucked the hell up. And you will know it. It will put you as far as it possibly can away from you. Bubbling water. Ooh. Nice. Those are good. Yeah, that's awesome. And just kill those fuckers all over. You will know you done fucked up. You done fucked up, son. You done fucked up. Dang it, Bobby. You done messed up. Nolans lady. Nolans. Oh my god. I bet it's a troll woman. So that's why I call it Nolans lady. 24. Ooh, 24. Right behind me. Why are you still in the way of the cameras, dude? Oh, a little bit, Damn it. Damn it. Ugh. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm fucking talking about. That has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm... Well, this isn't too bad. Alright. Then we're gonna do this. Lost Country. Memes. Gutrick. Oh, Gutrick the Undead Priest. Forgot about that. Yes. Uh-oh. Well then. How about that? Warsong Blades is here also. There's a turning quest here that involves me not being dead. Oh. Yes. Somehow. Yeah. That's where I wanted to be. Alright, here we go. Here's some experience. Alright. Yeah, I heard somebody tore up the lake out there like an evil dust through the barrens. From the sound of it, too. We might be able to set up a possible observation area out there to keep an eye on our alliance friends. Let's see if we can keep it down on the low. Looks like you end up being quite useful after all. Transports between here and the Stone Talon should have an easier time of it. Take this, you've earned it.
Strength!
Strength! Alright, let's find a merchant. Any merchant will do. Anything. Like, literally. And, oh, hello. Ooh.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, there we go.
Mogra.
Oh,
May
yeah.
your blades never dull.
Bro, like, just anybody. Anybody who sells anything. I just want to see anybody who sells a damn thing. Guards. All of them. Guards. Everybody's a guard. Guard, guard, guard. Guard, guard, guard. There is no buy shit. There's just guard. There we go. Merchant. Heavy armor.
What brings you here?
Thank you. Repair. From all my fucking retarded deaths.
Ancestors watch over you. How may I aid you?
Nice.
Farewell.
4. Does that mean... There we go. Nice. That means I just need 2 more skill points. And I can do... I think the spider fluid or whatever. It's the stuff I'm looking for. Saw Blades Axe Shipment. Saw Blades took to Booty Bay to pick up a crate. They'll take a trip to Booty Bay to pick up the crate of axes. Shipment of oil and rope will be difficult. Pixel at Splinter Tree Post has our shipment of saw blades. Pixel. Okay, and then I gotta make it to Booty Bay. Which means I gotta make it to... Actually, I'll probably just fly from here to Agramar. And then go out to the thing, fly to Booty Bay, pick up the things, and then fly back. Pixel.
Interesting.
War Song Saw Blades.
Direct from Ratchet. The War Song Saw Blades. Yep, I got 'em right here. But what sort of payment do I have for 'em? You have for me? You just can't take 'em. You know, my time isn't cheap. What I really need is a good gun to carry with me on my travels. Girl's got to protect herself, you know. There's a gun I really like that I'm sure an engineer would have no problem making. So if you bring me a deadly blunderbuss, I'll give you the saw blades for shipment. Do you have a deal?
Deadly Blunderbuss.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
What can I do for you?
Oh, looks like we're headed to Argamar anyway.
Dabu.
That's actually not a far flight, so that's okay. Deadly Blunderbuss. Boosh. Well, actually, the cool thing is I can buy it, head to the thing, teleport back. And I'll be all good. All set. Blunderbuss. Fellwood. Mount Hygel. Winter Spring. Ah, Winter Spring. Hygel, Fellwood, Fellwood. Moonglade. Yeah, Fellwood's interesting. Come on. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Trying to get the damn thing to pop. Kumquat. Yeah. Kumquat. Quat. Kumquat. Sky Tower. Can't wait to level 30 so I can get my rounding mount, or my travel mount, travel form, that thing. What the fuck is all this? Interesting. Alright. Guard.
Strength and honor.
Auctioneer, guard. Auction house. There we go.
Strength.
Strength. Ah, there it is. Broomstick imports. Argamar auction house. Buy Blunder Boost. I think it's a deadly blunderbuss. Yeah, it looks right. Fucking half. Better be, right? Oh yeah, that's right. I don't just get things because I bought them. They have to go to... There we go. Warsong saw blades. Warsong saw blades. Yeah, deadly blunderbuss. That's what we need. Yeah, so some engineer was like, "Yep, people are gonna need a lot of those. 50 silver a piece. Super easy." Oh, that's good though. Glad somebody had the forethought to make that, so that I have the ability to buy that. That's fine. Modeled boar. All right. What does this look like? Roasted boar meat. Trash. Strider stew. Long jaw mud snapper. I could just fish up a bunch of fish. Coyote steak. Yeah. Boiled clams. Raw sage fish. Mild spices.
Time is money, friend. Oh, do I have a deal for you?
Finally, huge healing miles. Maybe get you undercity
Right
fast.
back.
Hey, how you doing? Glad I could
Go on,
help.
go. AKA Booty Bay. Yep. So that way we can go down there, grab our thing, shoot back. We'll have our one of our pieces from Booty Bay. Have the other piece. Ah.
Public shaming, or as we call it in England, parenting. Thanks to the internet, it has never been easier to pile onto a public shaming. In fact, it's now one of America's favorite pastimes.
A Wisconsin family's photo shoot's gone viral, and now it's sparking some outrage online.
A viral video leads to outrage on Long Island.
Now the outrage over another viral video.
The outrage machine never seems to rest. As actress Sarah Michelle Gellar found out, some people online are just looking for an excuse to be angry.
Wait, what did Sarah Michelle Gellar do? I'm already so angry about it. Actually, don't tell me. I just realised I definitely don't care. The point is, this is a golden age of internet shaming, and you've probably participated in it if you've ever been mad at a potential Oscar host with shitty tweets, a company who made a blackface shirt, a beloved Irish actor who wanted to commit a racist murder, an aquarium that called an otter thick, a gender reveal party that started a wildfire, whoever attacked Jussie Smollett, whoever didn't believe Jussie Smollett, and finally, Jussie Smollett. We're basically goldfish, except instead of discovering a new castle in our bowl, every 9 seconds, we find something new to be outraged about online. And you may be expecting me to say that all public shaming is bad, but I don't actually think that. When it's well directed, a lot of good can come out of it. If someone's caught doing something racist or a powerful person is behaving badly, it can increase accountability. In fact, just this week, it emerged that Tucker Carlson, the answer to the question, what if the sound thud grew a face, had said some awful things on a radio show a few years prior. And to hear Tux tell it, that meant he was unfairly caught up in public shaming.
The great American outrage machine is a remarkable thing. One day you're having dinner with your family, imagining everything is fine. The next, your phone is exploding with calls from reporters.
Okay, first of all, no one having dinner with Tucker Carlson has ever imagined everything was fine. Most people's answer to the question, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, is Tucker Carlson dead. And if you look into why Tucker was caught in that outrage machine, it's because he publicly called Iraqis semi-literate primitive monkeys, compared women to dogs, and basically said that Warren Jeffs, who was serving a life sentence for the sexual assault of his underage brides, wasn't that bad. Now, Tucker refused to apologise, and all week long they've been trending hashtags like boycott Tucker Carlson and fire Tucker Carlson and Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba. That one wasn't technically trending, but I have this weird feeling that it will be in 20 minutes or so. And look, but Tucker is actually a good example of an internet pylon being merited. He's a public figure, he made his comments publicly, they are appalling, and he's standing by them. But clearly, it's not always that simple, because when misdirected, internet pylons can completely destroy people's lives. So tonight, let's try and talk about the power of public shaming, because often it is not a famous figure who's on the receiving end of it. On a seemingly daily basis, ordinary people who did not ask for attention can get sucked into the spotlight, like this woman did a few years ago.
They're calling her the Ant from Hell and the Antichrist.
An aunt files suit against her 12-year-old nephew.
She claims she broke her wrist when he jumped into her arms.
She sued her young nephew for $127,000. That's right, $127,000 over a hug.
The aunt's defense was that when she goes to a cocktail party now, she actually said this, was that she finds it very difficult to hold the plate when the hors d'oeuvres are passed because of her wrist.
Well, that sounds terrible. Although, I will say this, I know this isn't the point, but everyone finds it very difficult to hold an hors d'oeuvre plate. You have a plate in one hand, a glass of wine in the other. How do you eat? Do you grab food off the plate with your teeth like some kind of trained horse? Do you hold the wine in your armpit while you grab food with your other hand and then spend the rest of the night drinking armpit wine? It's an unsolvable puzzle. But look, it is pretty shitty to force a 12-year-old boy to pay 6 figures for hugging you too enthusiastically, which is, of course, why she didn't actually do that. The real story is much more complicated. Very basically, her health insurance did not cover all her massive medical bills, so to cover her costs, her best option was to go through her relative's homeowner's insurance. But to do that, she had to name a person in a lawsuit, even though the kid and his family were completely fine with it, and they would not be required to pay. She actually went on the Today Show to explain all of this after the story blew up. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to undo the damage, maybe because, even while she was discussing the actual facts, the Today Show's graphics read, "Worst aunt ever speaks out," which doesn't really help, does it? Meanwhile, she was being relentlessly attacked all over the internet, meaning anyone Googling her in the future would likely be inundated by the inaccurate version of that story, which, as she will tell you, became a real problem when she was looking for work.
It was very difficult to find another job. People reached out and then canceled interviews or then said, oh, we've changed our direction. I've had to take certain measures in order to reestablish myself. And I have a refreshed identity.
That's a pretty drastic measure to have to take. So to help her move past this, if you do talk about the show tonight, remember to tag it with the hashtag #JustANormalAunt, hashtag aunts from not hell, hashtag Tucker Carlson fucks his Roomba. And look, there was every reason for her to believe that refreshing her identity was necessary, because fully 2 months after she went on TV to correct the record, Fox News was having this discussion.
Listen, hashtag worst aunt ever, but I will tell you that she did then come on to one of the media outlets and say that she was injured, obviously, and wanted to sue her homeowners association, but or homeowners insurance, and had to name him as the party and felt bad about it.
By the way, she failed because he was so excited to see her. He jumped up in her arms.
Auntie Jen, I love you. I love you.
What are you doing there? This is the worst aunt ever. But in all seriousness, she legally did the only thing that she could have done and feels great remorse about it. But the important thing here is she's the worst aunt ever, and Now, I'm not saying those television personalities are all terrible people. They just want to fill time more than they want to say things that are true.
Booty
but
Bay.
At some point,
Oh, this is Gromgal. I want Booty Bay.
Context and consequences if you're going to pile on in a shame.
I'm not actually
And
sure
I'm
how
not
to
saying
get to
that
Booty Bay.
Anything here is easy. For instance, did I just
Besides
publicly
running.
shame that lawyer in the last clip? Yeah, I probably did. And honestly, I'm absolutely fine with that. Just as I'm fine with calling him a human popped collar whose every facial expression says, I only wish Green Book had won more Oscars. And look, let's be honest. We make fun of people constantly on this show. It's a comedy show. Although, for what it is worth, we do think, probably more carefully than you might imagine, about who we're making fun of, why we're doing it, and how. We ask ourselves questions all the time, like, should we use their name? How much power do they have? And do they have a soul patch? That last one can be a real deal breaker. And I'm not saying that we're perfect at all. You might disagree with choices that we've made, but we have honestly thought about it. And sometimes the decision does get difficult. Just look at another major scandal that broke this week concerning fraud in college admissions.
Actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin among 33 wealthy parents accused of bribing coaches and administrators to get their kids into elite universities.
Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannoli, allegedly put up $500,000 in exchange for getting their 2 daughters recruited to the USC crew team, even though they did not participate in crew.
Okay, that is such a weird story. I don't think anyone guessed that the next big celebrity scandal would be Aunt Becky from Full House allegedly spends $500,000 so a guy will pretend her daughters are good at boats. And incidentally, if that's all true, worst aunts ever. Now, I have got no problem. The truth is, I've got no problem making fun of the parents accused of doing that, or the guy who ran that service. Where it gets more complicated is with the kids. How much is it fair to make fun of them? Well, I would argue that one of them, Olivia Jade, is a public figure. She has nearly 1.5 million followers on Instagram and has worked with all these companies. She's actively made money off her brand as a fun, relatable college student, releasing videos like this.
I don't know how much of school I'm gonna attend, but I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
Okay, so even before what we learned this week, that was a little tone deaf, although not quite as tone deaf as this sponsored post that she made for Amazon, in which she's decorated her dorm room at USC with the letters OJ. And if you don't see a connection between the letters OJ and USC, maybe it should cost $500,000 to get you in there. Now, I'm comfortable making those jokes. Am I comfortable with the whole internet piling on her? Honestly, that kind of depends on how and for how long. If it's death threats and vile comments, then of course not. If it defines her forever, that seems unfair. The window for making fun of her is probably closing, although I will say it should stay open just long enough for me to tell you one person went to her Sephora makeup product page and left a 1-star review reading, I thought this would give me the just came from crew practice, spent hours rowing on the lake flow, turns out it was all a sham, because that was excellent. Just, but look, that is the difficult thing here. When joining in a pile-on, there is a lot to take into account, and when millions of people all feel the need to weigh in and do it potentially for years, the punishment can be vastly disproportionate to the offence. And perhaps the best example of this is Monica Lewinsky. 2 decades ago, this country put her through hell, as she will be the first to tell you.
Overnight, I went from being a completely private figure to a publicly humiliated one worldwide. I was patient zero of losing a personal reputation on a global scale almost instantaneously.
Wow, that has to be terrifying, although in fairness, almost everything is scary when you add the phrase on a global scale. If I said Karen's ophthalmologist says she's going to need reading glasses on a global scale, you would rightly think, what the fuck is going on with Karen's eyes? But look, she's not wrong. And if you are hazy on the Monica Lewinsky story, at 22, she and President Clinton began a relationship that, very long story short, ended up with graphic details being made public through the report by independent counsel Kenneth Starr. And it is impossible to overstate just how globally famous Monica and private details of her life became. The media obsessed over every angle of her story, from tabloid stories like these, to cartoons where microphones pointed at her face were replaced with penises, to endless late-night comedy jokes. And look, my hands are not clean here either. I wasn't in the US at the time, but 10 years after the fact, I was in a Daily Show piece marking the 10th anniversary of the scandal above a graphic reading 10 sucking years, which is gross. It's gross. And many comedians have since publicly expressed regret about things they said, although one who hasn't, and who was among the most relentless, was Jay Leno.
Well, let's see what's going on with Monica, or as President Clinton calls her, my little humidor.
1 million samples of DNA. They said it is the largest collection of DNA in the world, not counting Monica Lewinsky's closet. And the humidity, man, I'll tell you, people's clothes are stickier than Monica Lewinsky's. Man, it was just...
And you can't get away without at least one of these. Lewinsky back on her feet. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And the Grammy for Best Organ Recital went to Monica Lewinsky, ladies and gentlemen.
Those jokes have not dated well in any sense of the word. And they're pretty rough, especially coming from a guy who just this week complained about late-night TV, saying he'd like to see a bit of civility come back. You know, like that time that he did a bit with a fake book about Lewinsky titled The Slut in the Hat. And if that's what he means by civility, may I offer my new book, Oh, the Places You Can Go Fuck Yourself, Jay Leno. Look how civil I'm being. Look how civil this is. And given all of that, it's frankly a miracle that Lewinsky seems to have emerged with her sense of humour intact, because when someone recently tweeted, I don't know who Monica Lewinsky is, she replied, I'm the chick from over 125 rap songs, which is both very funny and also technically true, because she's referenced in all these songs. We actually found 193 of them, and that is, and this may shock you, significantly more rap songs than have mentioned me. And to be honest, that kind of feels like a personal slight. You know what's an easy name to rhyme? John. I'll show you. Begone, Swan, Louis Vuitton, Beef Bourguignon. Lots of options there. You know what's also pretty tight rhyme-wise? Oliver. I don't want just a piece, I want all of her, hitting all the spots that got missed, like John Oliver. You can have that for free, rappers. You know what rhymes with Lewinsky? Almost nothing. But look, the point isn't that I should be in more rap songs, although I absolutely should. It's that Lewinsky went through absolute hell to get to the point where she could make that joke about being the woman from the rap songs. And it can be easy to forget just how ferocious and devastating the public attention was.
Hey, pal, get your arms off her.
I don't even know how to begin to describe what it was, but it was to see my face on TV, to read my name in the newspaper. People have no idea what this has done. What this has done, that behind the name Monica Lewinsky, there's a person and there is a family, and there has been so much pain that has been caused by all this. And
This is perfect. Just the thing. Well, here's the
it
shit.
was so destructive. It was so destructive.
That's horrifying. And it's impossible to imagine how bad that was. But for a second, just try. Think of the dumbest thing you did when you were young. Not the dumbest thing you got caught doing. The dumbest thing you did. The thing you stole, or cheated on, or accidentally sexted. And again, I am sorry, Mom. Now imagine hearing about that every single day for decades on end. That's a little bit of what it was like to be Monica Lewinsky. And I know everything about the subject of public shaming is complicated, but Monica Lewinsky might actually be the perfect person to remind all of us what the consequences can be to a misdirected flood of public anger. And the reason I know this is that I sat down with Monica earlier this week, and this is what happened.
21 years ago, Monica Lewinsky was at the centre of a media frenzy. In recent years, she's re-emerged as a major voice on online shaming and anti-bullying initiatives. And she was kind enough to recently sit down with me in a fancy apartment that neither of us live in.
So, in the last 2 years,
that neither of us live in. I hope you can come. I hope you can come through with the supplies. I'm a big trophy. Don't deliver them soon. Excellent work, Antizark. You saved me a lot of work, but don't think that I'm not grateful. Nice. Oh yeah. Boots. Hell yeah. Nice. Now see here. Alright, so we finally replaced boots. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna need another medium armor kit. There we go. 618. Nice. Alright, so that is... Lost Pages is just huge. Satyr Horns. It's fairly large task. But that is actually an hour. And I think that's what we're going to leave it at. And we will do this tomorrow. It's 1:10 in the morning, and I would like to get some sleep at a decent hour today. So, thank you all for watching. I'm Antizark. This is World of Warcraft Classic, and we will pick this up tomorrow as we journey through more of the world, and probably actually, if we don't move all the way to the west end and see about BFD, we may actually head to the Stone Talon Mountains and do some stuff in there. So we'll see what goes on, but for now, we're going to find the inn and stay there. Alright, here we go. Nice. There we go. Alright, thank you all for watching. I'm Antizark. This has been World of Warcraft Classic, and I'll see you next time. Peace.